Good evening, it's Louise Jenner. I'm known as the Dream Job Coach and the Dream Biz Coach, and I haven't done a live show for a while, but I want to welcome you to this edition of the Dream Job Show because today has been dubbed Blue Monday. The third Monday of January is typically the day when people feel the most miserable, the most depressed about life in general. And of course, from the work that I do, I know that quite often that means that what's causing you to feel depressed or miserable about life in general is your work, because for most of us, we are at work for a huge portion of our life. 8 hours a day. If there's another 8 hours a day sleeping, then it's half your waking hours at a minimum for most people that were at work. And if you're not happy there, then that has a knock-on effect into the rest of your life and into the lives of the people that you spend time with in and out of work. So when we're in a job that we don't enjoy, we know that we're not just affecting our own happiness, but we're affecting the happiness of our colleagues, our co-workers, our bosses, our customers, and then more importantly our family and our friends, because if we're down, we get everybody else down. And when we're up and we're happy, well, hopefully that brushes off too. So that's what I want to do this evening, is provide a bit of an antidote to all this gloom and doom. So thank you to those of you who are watching. I can see Nikki, and I'm not sure who else that is actually. It doesn't always show me exactly who's watching. So thank you for being here if you are. And if you're watching this later, that's fine. You'll be able to catch up this video later on both of my Facebook pages, and maybe you'll even be watching it in my LinkedIn group, which is your Dream Job Networking group, or I'll probably post a link to it on Twitter as well, because I'm all over social media. You should be able to find it somewhere. But let's have a think about this Blue Monday tag. I'm a bit conflicted about it really, because I think there's potential that it can be an excuse that we use for being a bit miserable today. It could be a justification, so we might go, oh well, I'm bound to feel like this because it's Blue Monday and it is the worst time of the year. But on the other hand, my Facebook feed, my social media feeds today have actually also had quite a good balance of people saying, actually this is to raise awareness of some very serious mental health issues that we're facing in this country and all over the world at the moment. More and more people are getting bogged down with depression and anxiety and all kinds of negative emotions. So if we can raise awareness of that through Blue Monday and then actively do something about it, then that would be a really good reason for Blue Monday to even exist. But what I want to really discourage anybody from doing is to kind of carry on wallowing in feelings of unworthiness or depression, or just feeling down and thinking, oh, I've got an excuse to feel down because it's January, because it's the third Monday in January or the third week in January. I'm bound to feel down. I promise you, it's not just to do with the calendar, it's to do with something else in your life that when you're ready and when you're strong enough, you can take control of and do something about. So how can we actually do that? Easy for you to say, Louise, isn't it? Just be able to do something about it. Well, there are some techniques, and I want to share a really powerful one with you this evening. But let's just have a think first of all about, reasons that we might be feeling like this today, or feeling a bit gloomy today. So I'm going to talk about if you are self-employed and if you're employed. So if you're employed and you're working for someone else, you're working in a job, then the reason that you might be feeling a bit gloomy today is because it's probably still quite a long time till payday. And if you've got bills still hanging over you from Christmas or credit cards, then it might be a bit hard to make ends meet at the moment, and that's a tough thing to have to deal with. But it is only just over a week, so right until the end of the month, so hopefully payday will be around soon and you'll be able to keep the wolf from the door until then. If you're in business, if you're self-employed or freelancing, then like me, you'll have a tax bill to pay this month, That's not very exciting. That doesn't fill you with joy, does it, knowing that you have to pay some money to the government, especially when they're doing such a fabulous job at the moment. I have to tell you, actually, just very quickly, I put a smile on my face this weekend, the amount of times I was tagged in Facebook posts about Theresa May, our Prime Minister, suggesting that maybe she could do with some coaching from the Dream Job Coach. I did find that quite amusing. Anyway, yes, so tax bills and lack of money till payday could be getting us down. Also the weather, you know, in England, in the UK, in January, we don't see much sunshine very often. So it's been a pretty grey day where I've been today, here in Gloucester, and that can get you down, can't it? A bit miserable outside. It's also cold, and nobody's happy when they're cold. And the days are short, but you know, we are past Christmas now, so they are getting longer. And I did read the other day somebody's actually made it a bit of a ritual for her. She's keeping count of the time when when it's still light in the afternoon, and she's getting herself through these dark days in that way. We were in London over the weekend though, and we did have some blue sky and some sunshine. So if we're willing to look outside the immediate situation of it being a bit cold and it being a bit gloomy, then we can always find a silver lining if we're looking for one. So my advice there is to wrap up warm, make sure you're keeping warm whether you're inside or outside. Use it as an excuse to get those fluffy pyjamas on and those thick socks, and stay warm. But look for the blue sky, because even if it doesn't come tomorrow, there will be some blue sky very soon, I'm sure. Okay, so I reckon in general we could put our lack of good mood down to money, which is related to jobs and business. We could put it down to our health and the way we're feeling physically or mentally, for sure. We could put it down to a lack of fun. Perhaps we're not having enough fun in our life. Or maybe it's stress. Maybe there's just too much going on and there is no peace in your life. So it'd be a good idea for you to just reflect and to think, what is it I want more of in my life? Is it wealth? Is it health? Is it joy? Or is it peace? And think about how you can add a little bit more of each of those into your life. And the technique, or the tool, if you like, that I was talking about earlier is called Flip It. Now to use this tool, you just need one coin or a token. I think this might actually be a swimming bath token. I'm putting it the wrong way. But you need a coin, and what I recommend that you do is you grab a coin and you keep it in your pocket. And anytime you find yourself feeling a bit down, a bit gloomy, a bit anxious about something, I want you to really identify what it is that you're feeling so low about. And then, just as if you were going to, I'm going to do this, but I'm probably going to make a fool of myself now and drop it on the floor. But, told you. Anyway, just as if you were going to flip a coin, see what's on the other side. Because something I was told a very long time ago was that everything in life has an equal opposite. So ask yourself, what is the equal opposite of the situation I'm finding myself in right now? And what does that mean? Okay, well, an equal opposite means however bad you're feeling, you have the capacity to feel that good. So if you are lower than you've ever been, I promise you, you have the capacity to feel higher than you've ever been. And I'm not suggesting that you need to take any illicit substance to achieve that either. But it's a physical law, a law of physics. Oh, I got a like there from somebody. I'm not sure who that was, but thank you. But yeah, it's a law of physics, and I'm no physicist, so maybe if you are one, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But everything in life has its equal opposite. So if you're looking out the window and it's grey and miserable, you know that somewhere on that scale, it's bright and sunny and beautiful. And if that's what's going to make you happy, then go after the bright, sunny, beautiful. So flip it is what I call it. Just when you're feeling down and you maybe hear that negative chatter in your head, and it's all going wrong, and that voice in your head is telling you that you're not worth it, you're not enough, you're not good enough, qualified enough, experienced enough, whatever it is, just remember that there is an equal opposite to that emotion, and I want you to make the positive voice in your head louder than the negative one, and drown it out and shout it if you have to. Go to the top of a hill or somewhere and shout it if you have to. And if it's saying you're not enough, you're not good enough, just get out there and shout that you are good enough. It might not feel true, it might not be true yet, but at least you're on the way. You're on the way to starting to feel that way. When we feel like it, when we take the action that we need to take in order to get us towards where we're wanting to be, instead of being stuck where we are right now. So let me give you an example of that. For example, if you're thinking, I'm not experienced enough to go for this job, then the equal opposite of that thought process might be, I'm more experienced today than I've ever been, and I'm going to bring my experience to this interview, and I'm going to go for it. The worst that can happen is they say no, and if I don't go for it, well, the answer was no anyway, so I haven't lost anything. And go for it. Take your experience. If you're getting older, you've got so much more experience than anybody else. If you've just left school and you've got a big fancy degree or some qualifications, then that's great, and maybe you haven't got loads of experience, but it will come. So don't ever feel that you're not enough. What you have is right for somebody who's looking for you. So somewhere, somebody has a hole in their life that is shaped just like you. Your dream employer, your dream clients are out there waiting for you to show up and be brilliant. Please remember that on this Blue Monday, for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month. And if you're having trouble finding out who that is, if you're having trouble finding out what it is that you think you want to do for them, well, you know where I am. And the first step towards working with me is usually to book a career clarity session, which is completely free. So again, what else have you got to lose? You can book that in through my online booking system. If you go to bit.ly, bit.ly/career clarity, and you have to have two capital C's, capital C for career and capital C for clarity. But I'll put the link along with this post wherever you see it, so hopefully that will be easy for you. And we can spend about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, either face to face in person here in Gloucester, or if that's not convenient for you, then we can meet online where we can have a two-way conversation, not just me talking at you like I am tonight. But I do promise you, whoever you are, wherever you are, and whatever stage you're at in your career, forget Blue Monday, stick it in the bin. There is somebody out there who is waiting for you to come along and be brilliant and do what you do and what you love to a really high standard for them, and they'll be willing to pay you for it. So if some of your anxiety was around money today, know that it doesn't have to be like this forever. So I talked about health, wealth, joy and peace, and hopefully I can help you to bring the joy and peace into your life, and to bring some income in as well, by getting your dream job or creating your dream business. I'm not the person really to advise you on healthy living, but I do have some fantastic clients who can help you with the healthy living, and with the mindset stuff, and with the wealth stuff as well. So I want to give a shout out to Fanny Snaith, who's a certified money coach over in Cheltenham. She's fantastic. If you find it difficult to get your finances straight and to keep your money in your bank account rather than having it slip through your fingers, then she's the girl to talk to. And also Jane Mallet. So if your health, maybe you're a little bit overweight, maybe you're trying to eat more healthily, then she is a great nutritional advisor who will make eating healthy feel like fun. So that's Jane Mallet. You can find them both on Facebook, or contact me and I will put you in touch. And I think we'll just about have it covered then, won't we? Whatever it is you need, more wealth, more health, more joy or more peace. If it's the last one, by the way, after this, turn everything off. You know, go and get yourself a nice drink of whatever your favourite drink is. Put your feet up and treat yourself to some me time. Get some peace in your life, even if it's for just 5 minutes. Have the rest of a fabulous evening and a great week and a brilliant 2019. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's edition of the Dream Job Show. If you have, maybe I'll do some more this year as well. All the back episodes, by the way, are available to watch on my Facebook page. So any questions, pop them in the comments, contact me direct with a private message, or email louise@louisejenner.com. Lots more information and advice available on my website, so do go and have a look at that, and feel free to connect with me all over social media. I'd love to see you. All right, take care for now, and I will see you soon. Bye.